Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Cali and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Cali's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Cali's going to come home with her very own training equipment, and Rich is going to be showing you how to use that properly during your follow-up training session on Saturday. Now she's sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, or I should say lying down very nicely. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Cali, heel. Now at this point, Cali has a job to do, and that is to focus on you when walking. Not be freaking out at street signs, trash cans, whatever's coming upon her. And we've worked her out in the neighborhood. When you stop your feet, she sits automatically without being told to wait for her next command. So when you're working with her at home, you're going to, of course, start out heeling in your own area. But as you take off and go different places with her, keep an eye on what sets her off, because it took us a while to figure out that street signs scare her. And we worked her through that, but I'm sure that there'll be other things in your neighborhood that you're going to come upon that she's going to stop and drop, and you're going to have to know how to work her through it. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and it is a one-word command. Your long sit-stay, you're going to start out at about 30 seconds, and you're going to work all the way up to 3 minutes. This is a good exercise for developing focus and self-control. And when Rich returns back to her, he walks all the way around her. That's a trust issue with her. And he gets all the way back around to her shoulders. He praises her for a good job, and they take off heeling again. So she is a high anxiety dog, and I think that's why she's been destructive in your home. Her need to feel safe and secure and have a leader is what she needs. So you see that she's doing her commands very happily. She's not frightened. She's not shaking. She's doing a really good job. Rich leaves her in another sit-stay, and the stay is a one-word firm command. You don't yell, you just say it firmly. And again, you're going to build up the time that she's able to hold the stay command. Now this time, instead of returning back to her, Rich is going to call her, and this is the come on command. It's Cali come with a happy voice. He told her she was a good girl on the way in. She came right in and sat in front of him, and then she goes back to heel and back sitting. What a good girl. She's doing a good job of demonstrating her new skills. She's a very, very sweet dog. She just doesn't have a lot of you know, a sense of self and confidence, and that's what we've been trying to build up with her. Nice sit. Stay. Rich leaves her again in the stay, and again, you can practice these commands indoors as well as outdoors. You don't always have to go outside to practice your commands. And again, Rich is going to call her, and it's Cali come. He lightens his tone of voice. She comes in, he gives her the sit command, and then she goes back to heel and back sitting. Now you can hear the street traffic back here. It looks like we're very far removed from traffic, but in fact we're not. And she hears the truck stopping at the intersection, and you can see that she looks, but that she has the confidence to continue to work because she feels that she can trust the person on the other end of the leash. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down from heel position. So with your dog seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. Now your down stay you can practice for a little bit longer, especially if you're practicing indoors and there's not a lot of distractions. You're going to start out at about a minute or a minute and a half and work all the way up to 5 minutes. When Rich returns back to her, he's going to walk all the way around her, returning all the way again back to heel. And when he gets back to her shoulders, she gets praised, and then he gives her another command. And you can tell that her tail is up, she's happy, she's not stressing about doing these commands. It gives her a chance to stretch her brain, learn new things. So again, we're going to demonstrate that down from a heel position. Always have her seated first. You give the down and the stay. You walk out to the end of your leash and you turn to face her, and in a very short period of time, you're going to be able to drop your leash, but not in the first couple weeks. Now this time Rich is going to call her out of that. She's trying to get a little stick. And he told her no, because you're down stay, you don't put your head on the ground, you don't pick up sticks, you don't chew on the grass, you just lay there. Very good. And the very last command that we're going to demonstrate for you today on this video is your down from a distance. This is a little bit harder command because you're not right next to the dog. So you're going to leave her in a sit stay. If she doesn't sit, you saw Rich give her a little correction. It's nothing brutal, it's just a little tug and let go. Uses his right hand to give the command, and she dropped immediately into a down from a distance, and that was just perfect. Now we've demonstrated for you all of Cali's formal obedience commands. We'll be teaching you how to use these commands in your everyday living situations, you know, sitting and staying at the doors, and all of the things that are going to make Cali better for you to live with and for you to have a better relationship with her. We've enjoyed having her, and we want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.